It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
For the Colts field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 1st and 10, Watson flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught left side by Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
17-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
try the right side here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now a handoff looking right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Colts 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch it, come on, switch it. 29 is Mike 29. Thanks. Check 50, check 50. Check 79, Bronco. Check it, Humphrey. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, check 24, check 24. Tight dog. Hurt. Hatchet. Back. Check 9. Check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
29 is Mike 29.
Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's letting, it's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Watson eluding the pressure. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Watson. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
For it with Morris. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts 3. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. 77 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Blankenship's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
First down, Texans.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson, flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second down now, it's Morris, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
To number 14.
From 13 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 6. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. 29 is Mike 29. Watch the pass. 29 is 3. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
To throw again. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Mike 29. 18
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Jones pass.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the six. Check it up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Check 48 the mark. I know he ain't gone. He get.
On 1st down, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Pass incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put him.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Jumper. Switch. Wings. 29. 3 buzz.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones, and that'll be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Jones on 3rd down. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Morris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
To throw again, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 37, Colts 6. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 29 is the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Mustang 19. Mike 29. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check the street.
Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I got him. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. 54. 3, check 3. Shift. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Isaiah Coulter, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 50. Check 50. Check nickel. Check your hot read.
Throwing now, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. From the gun, Watson, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. In your face. 29 is Mike. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch the pass. Buffalo 18. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 29 is Mike. Check smash. Check smash. On this defense, no gap. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Jones now. Back to the air on second down. Jones hit and the ball's out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Frazier. Jones. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Lawyer John. 29 is Mike. Mike.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Man out, man out, man out.
Operating from the gun. Watson, flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Will Fuller, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Not today. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 55.
Throwing again. Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right now, let's hunt, baby.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.